Hey, Spectre, or Demon Slides, it's me, Spectre here. In this video, I am going to be taking the 4 main weapons from Thor: Love and Thunder and turning them into dragons. So without further ado, let's roll intro, let's get into this video, and let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Let's just say that these dragons today I'm talking about are somewhat based off weapons from other universes, especially this one universe I have heard of called the MCU universe. It's more of a multiverse within our own. There are some people that have their own weapons, like a Stormbreaker, like this one guy who has an adoptive daughter nicknamed Love. Don't really know her real name. His name is Thor, and he has 2 hammers. One named Stormbreaker, and one is named Mjolnir. Both made of mythical metal called Uru. There's also another blade called Thunderbolt, which was more or less used by, a Thunderbolt. Well, not really a Thunderbolt. A dick of a god named Zeus. This guy can never stick. Always had to put his dick in every single girl. Anyways, and then we have the Necro's blade, which is what is this dragon is based off of in this universe. This dragon is simply known as Necros, or Necro. The Necro dragon is a grayish black dragon that is simply known to cause necrosis, or the decay of living tissue, I believe, on any enemy it comes across. It's mostly known to take down very powerful dragons. It has never ever attacked a domestic black dragon, namely because they don't really see them as a prey. But they don't really treat them as any dragon as prey. They will mostly scout out a dragon within a few hours and witness it for maybe an hour or two before killing it or letting it live, depending on how many people it helps. If it always just sees someone it helps and walks away within that hour, it will kill the person, no matter if the person was good or evil. I have a theory that very much similar to the wielder of this blade, it was mistreated by a god. And, they were mistreated by a god, and they wanted revenge. To put it lightly, I think this dragon has issues with other dragons not saving people, or more or less saving its family. So, yeah. Powers of this dragon include a very long lifespan of pretty much indefinitely. It's like a soul contract has been forged with someone. And this is the only dragon of its species. It's also extremely powerful. I would give it a powerhouse tier. Let's move on to the next one. Next one is a simpler, more interesting dragon. The mythical metal called Uru is what makes up the next. This one is known as the Electric Shattered Bullet Mjolnir Wyvern, or the Electric Mjolnir Wyvern. This one, like the creature name suggests, allows it to shoot its body part out like bullets. But the interesting thing is that most of its body is actually made of lightning. So if you were to attack this creature, it would literally vaporize you if you tried to hit it. The blue lightning is super hot, and funny enough, the same thing, even though it's made of metal, it can actually fly. I have actually managed to get my hands on some of this metal from a blacksmith that actually made the hammer Mjolnir. The blacksmith wasn't very trustworthy as some people, but I managed to convince him to let me have a look at the metal. I managed to convince him to let me keep a chunk, and I'm trying to forge it into part of a blade called the Omni Metal. The Omni Metal is just pretty much made of every single metal I can find. Uru has been particularly tough to forge. he said it has to be forged in the heart of a dying sun in order to actually make it malleable. Now, I have learned that he was actually really, really right, or very close to it. I've had to use some very hot magic spells that really drained me, even compared to creating dragons or other creatures, and it was still more draining than that. I had to constantly hold this up. And when I say the heart of a dying star, I'm talking about a neutron star. These stars are very hot. Now, this dragon is actually one of a kind. It is, well, very, very loyal. It will actually is known to have 2 soul-bonded owners at once. One time it was nearly killed. It was back then it was called the Milner Wyvern, or the Milner Drake back then. Simply because it was a drake made of Uru and was named Milner. But now it's known as the Electric Milner Wyvern because of its new form. Back then, it was originally a full-on drake, full body, maybe a few sparks here and there, connecting some limbs and powering them. But someone, or a dragon actually, this dragon is actually very small for the record, only standing at around 10 foot of wingspan, and, well, on each wing, so 30 to a 20 foot wingspan, and compared to the soul-bonded dragons, of being around maybe 200 to 150 foot wingspan. Yeah, this dragon was small compared to them. It made sense because the creature named Hela, no, simply Norwegian Hela, it killed this dragon. Later, the almighty Norwegian Stormparter, let's just say they brought this dragon back to life and gave birth to Electric Milner Wyvern. This next one, and the third one today, is another one of those dragons. This dragon was forged in the heart of a dying sun. It's known as the Flying Norwegian Stormbreaker worm, or the Norwegian Stormbreaker. This one has yellow-colored flesh on its underwing side, with 2 different colors of blue. One making up its worm-like body, and the other making up the part of the front half, the closest to its arm, the closest to its body. Whereas the tip of its tail and like a little flesh on its mouth, and the rest of the wing is made up of red as well. The middle on its tail is actually Uru as well, but it also has little, like a little 6-pack thing on its chest, which is actually made of Uru as well. I've looked at this dragon multiple times. I've hunted it down. I've let it free, and I've always just wanted to test the metal. It's never been able to wear out, and it always conducts electricity. And I'm pretty sure this helps the dragon actually conduct its electrical attacks more thoroughly. It's more of a neuropoison or neurotoxin than anything else, although this dragon is very volatile and very strong. It can get very jealous easily if let's say someone very loyal is giving it some attention. It will actually get very jealous if the Electric Milner Wyvern is nearby, or you're petting it too. Yeah, this thing is very weird. This dragon is, like I said, a worm, a flying worm. It's a subspecies of an amphitheater that have a shorter, have a longer body and about the size of an average worm. For length, this thing has a 50-foot wingspan and a full body length of 150 feet. So, yeah, very big. And it has a hammer-like axe tail end to it. It's a very strong dragon, and the name suits it. And all in all, this thing, if it were to fight the Electric Milner Drake, the Wyvern, it would actually lose big time. It has the ability to part storms open and portals very easily, But with this, what the Wyvern makes up for those abilities is sheer firepower. Now this one does have more firepower to it, but this dragon can split itself up and fly all around and shoot itself multiple times at one target. So yeah, that'll be a very painful and a very solid win for the Millionaire Wyvern. Let's move on to the last one. And the final one of today is the, how do you say, Thunderbolt. That's the common name. The creature name is Slim Thunderbolting Wyvern. This creature is made up of some type of metal I have yet to find out, because this thing always, like the name suggests, thunderbolts away. It is literally known to split itself up. Well, originally it was categorized as a worm before it took on its more noted form of a wyvern. This form I'm talking about today is the form that is the wyvern. In this form, it has the ability to fly and as fast as lightning. So, an extremely fast dragon. It is also very slim, like the name suggests, with a 15-foot wingspan total and a body length of around 20 feet. The metal lightning like rod on its tail can actually conduct electricity, which it uses for its version of venom. It just mostly paralyzes the opponents. This one is in direct opposition to the other two I previously talked about, and also in opposition to the Necro. This dragon in particular is mostly kept under control by one person, but sometimes it's known to go rogue and very violent. It is known to go rogue, and the person who is mostly in charge of keeping it under control, and the person that listens to the most, is by far a person known as Zeus Olympian. Zeus Olympian is a human with very powerful lightning magic. Besides having very powerful lightning magic, the guy is just an overall dick. Let's just say his Thunderbolt Wyvern, or he mostly calls him Thunderbolt, it is a very, very hard to control dragon. I've been trying to find the guy, but he lives on Mount Olympus, and thinking of himself as a god. And trying to find the guy, like I was saying, he's a giant dick. And I've said that multiple times now, but I'm just trying to drive home how much of a dick he is. And adding to the fact about the dragon, the wyvern has been mostly spotted flying around the Greek Isles and Greek Peninsula areas. It's mostly known just to fly around Greece a lot, but sometimes it's found in North America. But or South America, pretty much anywhere else, the two main dragons it opposes are located or can be found. But it's also been found a lot in Norway. It's not a very surprising place. It's close to Greece from what I can tell. That's pretty much all for today. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, because I'm afraid that's all I'm making out for today. But until next time, subscribe to the Stormbreaker or do most lines. Goodbye and peace out, everyone.